Hi everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby Supply. Today we're going to do update 49 on the ACT. Not a whole lot taking place, although I got the board cleaned off real well. And I also want to go into cleaning up and reusing Kato Unitrack, excuse me. I've been chastised before recently, over and over. I need to learn how to say it correctly, I assume. And it is correct, Kato, by the way. Anyway, let's get on to update 49, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, as you guys saw in the intro, I'm out here in the garage, obviously. And I'm out here with my helper. Right, Chloe? Chloe? Are you going to help me? Okay, I expect it. Okay, everybody. This isn't very exciting to most of you. Exciting to me, though, and I forgot to put it on the last video. When we had the fair this year, when we went out to clean up our building after the fair, one of the vendors had bought this deep sink and apparently bent one of the legs on it, had metal legs that stuck up into it, and they just left it laying out there. Never put a faucet in or anything. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they put ice in it or something. I don't know. Anyways, they left it there, and they were going to throw it in the trash. So I gathered it up, and here it is. I got a new deep sink in the garage. The other one I had a big crack in it right about here. I don't know how it got in there. I must have run into it with something. But anyway, as you'll see later on in the video, I removed a bunch of track that I need to remove in the room. And it's been soaking in here for 24 hours. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to show you how I clean up track. This is basically it. I put a little bit of soap in there, put a little bit of hot of water as I could put in there, and I've let it soak overnight, and we'll brush some off and see if I can salvage some of that track. First thing we need to do is all this track was held down to the home sew with Pico track pins. And if you don't have any experience pulling up track with the Pico track pins in it, they're exactly as they say, they're pins. And my hands tell you that they're pins after I pull it up. They're very sharp, they go through your skin immediately, and so I'm going to try and remove all the pins before I get too carried away cleaning track. Okay, I've pulled all the nails, and when I took this curve out, which was the curve at the end of my loop, I wanted to know what radiuses I had so that I could duplicate that or modify it or whatever. I just wanted to know what I had. So I left this loop intact when I pulled it, and as you can see, and I don't know what radiuses they are, and I don't know why I didn't mark radius on them, but this was a Kato 120, that was a 110, a 110, a 110, I think 110s are 11 inch, but I'm not sure. And then I had an easement of a 132 here. I don't know whether I'm going to actually duplicate that, but I'm going to document it just so I know what radiuses I had so I can keep that straight in my head. Another thing that I'm going to recommend, and I have a magnet, I've taken all of the track pins out of the pieces of track, but there's a bunch of them laying in the bottom of the sink. I'm going to get those out with a magnet before I go into really scrubbing these pieces of track. Okay, I've got all my pieces back in the sink, and I'm just going to start washing a few. I know this isn't going to be too interesting, so we'll kind of edit this down, but I'll do this fast motion. Just clean a few pieces for you. Okay, everybody, I forgot to tell you guys what I was using for a brush. This is actually a telephone company brush, but it was for cleaning closures out and stuff. But it's actually an automotive parts cleaner brush. It's nylon or whatever it is, and it's fairly stiff. But if you guys notice, when I was cleaning parts, I hold the bristles together way down here to make it pretty stiff to get it off. You could use a lightweight steel or brass brush, whatever. I just don't have one, so this is what I use. And that's probably enough of that. I'll clean the rest of this up, and then I'll take you inside the room. It gets a little boring and backbreaking after a while, but it's something that needs to be done if you want to reuse your track. Also, I might add that we will definitely not reuse any joiners. Okay? Anytime I recycled track, I never use the existing joiners. I always put new joiners on. It's too cheap of an insurance policy to not use them. So I'll finish up here, and then we'll go in the room. Okay, everybody. Well, what we have now is a pile of reusable track. Let me see if I can move this. I did throw some in the trash can, some that were cut to specific lengths for purposes of fitting and stuff that I didn't think I could use again, and some of the bumpers and so forth. And it's only taken, let's see, an eternity to clean these pieces. No, in reality, it's probably taken about, I don't know, 40 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. But anyway, you get the idea of cleaning track and reclaiming some of your Kato Unitrack. Notice I said Kato. Everybody's been jumping my case, so I guess I'm going to have to learn how to say it the right way. So, let's go in and take a look at the room. Okay, we're starting down here at the yard throat. This turnout will probably wind up coming out. This turnout will come out. This turnout will likely, well, it may or may not come out. We're not sure. I'm not sure. But you can see that I've taken out all the scenery, all of the raised cork sections, 4 tracks from the yard. I decided to leave this one long siding in here just as an auxiliary track for the industries that are here and possibly outgoing trains. If I come down here, you can see that I've taken out the loop that I described to you. And you can see that when I do the new curve, it's going to come down here and curve in right against the scenery here. I'm hoping to put a turnout in here and then put a siding that goes all the way down there, makes the curve, and attaches back to the incoming track over there. Just so that we have a siding here, just like, pardon the flying around here, just like the siding that we have in the mine track. Just so that if we have trains making loops on these tracks, that we have a place to put a spare train. So you also have to keep in mind too that I don't know where I'm going to start the structure here, but it's going to be relatively large, and it's probably going to go down almost to the turntable down there. And it's not going to stick out too far because it's going to be a flat. And like I say, then there'll be some type of scenery out here, and then the engine facility over there, which I don't really have a strict plan for. But I do know that the majority of this wall right here will be a power plant. So really, that's about it for today. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what it's looking like, and showing cleaning up the track. Well, everybody, that's it for the update 49, I believe it is. And it was a quick one, and I hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, we'll see you again next time.